Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another WIP and chat for the Blue Zion 55 by 55 by Diamond Art Club. We're going to get started right away. This is DMC 820. It's like a navy, and I thought I would finish what I started last time. And we can chat if you want to get out your own diamond painting and diamond paint with me. Now on Wednesdays I call it WIP and Chat, and I'm working on the Blue Zion. And then on Saturdays I'm working on the Princess Ensemble, and I just started that one. Well, actually I started it back in April and then I didn't touch it for like 2 months. I worked on it for like an hour and then I didn't touch it. So I want to get it done. I really like it. Plus, I got another diamond painting that would complement that one really well. And I might work on it next, because this one here that I'm doing, not this one, but the one on Saturdays, is called Princess Ensemble, and it has like 6 different princesses from the Disney movies. And then the other one I got is 6 evil queens, I guess. So I think that'd be pretty cool to have them, have it side by side. And I made sure that I got it the same size. So they're both 90 by 70. Yeah, 90 by 70. Okay, so today, the day I'm filming this, I don't want to film it too much ahead, but I also don't want to film it the day of, because usually I make them about an hour, and it takes about 40 minutes to upload it to my computer, and then I have to edit it and, get it all ready for YouTube. Then I have to render it, which takes another 20 minutes to 25 minutes. And then I have to upload it to YouTube, and that can take up to an hour and a half when it's a long video. So I'd rather do it the day before. And then like once I'm done doing this, then I can take my time, like uploading it to my computer and then uploading it to YouTube. And then I have it scheduled for 8 o'clock in the morning. Now, like I said, today's Tuesday, July 16th. Oh, I need a drink of coffee. I still haven't done the video for today, because the month of July is going to be a video a day for the entire month. And I haven't done the video for today yet for July 16th, but I thought I'd do this because this I can do while I'm having my coffee. I can chat, drink my coffee, and then by the time I'm done this, I'll be done my coffee, and then I can start my day. We went camping. We left last Thursday. Yeah, last Thursday, and which was the 11th, I believe. Yeah, the 11th. And we went about 3 hours away. We left at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which I guess it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then we went and got Mason, and then we had a few stops to do. We still had a couple of little groceries to get, not too much. I think there was 5 things on the list that we forgot to get. So, and then we went and got some burgers and ate before we took off for a 3-hour adventure. So by the time we left the house, it was like 10 to 2. And then by the time we picked up Mason and, went and got gas, and then went to the restaurant. We got takeout, and then went to the grocery store and all this stuff. It was 3 o'clock. So it was like, okay, it's not too bad. We're going to get there and not be too late to set up, because there's nothing worse. We have a tent trailer, so you have to literally set it up. Another drink of coffee. So if it's dark, it's a pain in the tushy. It's doable, but it's a pain. So we actually got there at 6, which was good. And so we got there at 6. It took us about an hour to set up. Yeah, about an hour. And then we went, and they have mini golf there, and Mason wanted to play mini golf right away. So we went and played mini golf. And then it started to rain later on. So we didn't have a campfire that night. We actually didn't have, we only had a campfire 2 out of the 4 nights. And even the last night was kind of a stretch, because they got back to the campsite at like 9:45. I'm like, oh, this is late for a campfire, because Mason is 6. But so we had a campfire for about an hour. And I said, okay, buddy, it's time for you to go to bed. So it was a lot of fun. We had one day of rain, so we got there Thursday. Friday was a day of rain. They still went to the pool and everything. I was like, pass. I don't feel like getting wet, and no thanks. I mean, it wasn't raining the whole day, but it was raining in spurs, and they still went in the pool, and they played mini golf. And when the things were dry enough, they would go in the bouncy castle. It's really cool campground. They have, it's not cheap, it's really expensive campground, but that's because they have a water park, they have water slides, they have a shooting range, which has like little balls, and they even have like tanks that they can get into and pretend, you know, that they're shooting from tanks, although those don't work very well. But so they have that, they have mini golf, and they have bouncy castles, which a lot of them, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. They have like 10 bouncy castles, and one of them is called a pillow. It's huge. So they have a lot of stuff for kids to do. And I can tell you, Mason and my husband took advantage of the whole thing. Like I went a few times, but you know what? I took the 5 days. I went, and played mini golf with them one time or twice. One time, I think. And I went to see Mason swimming, and went to see him on the pillows and the bouncy castles and the shooting range. But I did spend a lot of time at the campsite. And am I out of the range? Yeah. At the campsite, and I did a lot of reading. I gotta take a drink of coffee. Oh, that's so good. I have to say, I was so far behind on my reading. Still am. I was always, and I think I mentioned that before, so 796 next, that I was always like, you're on track, or 1 book behind. 2 was the most. This time around, I was 4 books behind. It's like, what? So this is DMC 796. It's kind of a purplish blue. So yeah, I was 4 behind. And one of the books I was reading was almost 600 pages long. So, I mean, I'm not reading thin books either. Like, I'm reading pretty hefty books. So I managed to finish that book while we were on vacation. So that was good. I finished that one. I started another one. which was an adult contemporary called, so the book I was reading, the one that was almost 600 pages, is Bitter Blue, and I've been reading that for almost a month. I started it in June, and I hadn't finished a book since June 19th. So I finished that one. It was pretty good. Like, I gave it a 3.5 star. I didn't enjoy it as much as the other two in the series, and I don't know if it's because I was in a reading slump. That might be it. Just was not in a reading mood at all. It didn't seem to matter what book I picked up. I just didn't feel like reading, which is really weird. That's the first time in 3 years. But the fact that I was 4 books behind kind of gave myself a kick in the tushy and said, okay, you got to get that done. So I finished Bitter Blue. And then I read Fixer Up. I finished that last night. Started it while we were camping, and I finished it at home. I read about half while we were camping. Super quick read, adult contemporary, lot of smexy time. This keeps falling. I tried to stick it, but it keeps falling anyway. So yeah, that was a quick read, and I really enjoyed it. That was a 5-star read. And I noticed that she has another book coming out in January, and it's following 2 of the characters in this book. And I was like, yes, please. So I'll be pre-ordering that one for sure, because I really enjoyed it. I think this was her first, no, it wasn't her first book. It's Tessa Bailey. She has actually quite a few books. Quite a few books out, and I ordered a few actually on Kindle. They were really cheap. They were like $2, $3, so I ordered a few. And I'm also reading The Cactus, and I don't know who wrote that one, but it was a Reese Witherspoon Book of the Month. I'm 25% through that book. I'm enjoying it, but as soon as I like to start a new book, because then I get invested in the book, and then by the time I finish one book, I'm already invested. It helps with the slump. Okay, so now we're going to do DMC 797, and it's a little bit, I would say, bluer than the other one. Still has some purple tinge, but it's bluer. So that the symbol is a Y. So today I thought we'd finish her hair part here and then do her throat, which is right here. So hopefully I can finish that. Can't wait to get this one done. I have a book, a DMC book, where, you know, you can put the date that you started a project and the date that you finish. I gotta dig that out and actually kind of use that, because now I'm like, well, with this I'll be able to tell because I started it on camera, so I can go back and figure out what day I started this. But it's going to be a few months because I only work on it once a week, an hour a week. So not too bad considering that I only work on it 1 hour a week. I worked on, while we were camping, I forgot that C. I worked on the flamingo one. I'm almost 2/3 done now. I didn't work on it as much as I thought I would because I read more. I read more than I worked on a diamond painting. Plus, while I was working on a diamond painting, I started listening to a book, and it's called The Demon King by Cinda Williams Chima. I listened to the Air Chronicles from her last year and really enjoyed it. So this is the next series. They're not related. It was just, I wanted to read her books in the order that they're published. And I have the entire series of The Seven Realms. And then her newest series that just finished in April, I think. That is a continuation of this series. So I'm 25% in. And it is about a princess and Risa, and then Han, who's is a street rat, I guess what they call him. And up to now, they haven't met, and I don't think they do for quite a while, from what I remember from people talking about the book. I think it'll be more like in book 2 and book 3. So I'm enjoying it. Like I said, I've listened to 25% while we were camping. So I'm enjoying that. And I've put on my Goodreads that I started, what's the other one? A Totally Awkward Love Story. I think I've read 14 pages. That's it. So I got to get that one done too, because it's only like 250 pages, so that I can get another book done. Because probably right now it says that I'm 2 books behind schedule now that I've read 2. So that's a little better. But I got to keep the pace up. So this week I'm hoping to finish The Demon King. Okay, so now I'm going to do 798, which is E. Right there. Okay, let me move this over a little bit. And that's DMC 798. Ooh, that's a nice blue. That's this blue. So yes, I'm hoping to finish The Demon King this week. And The Cactus. But then I'll still be one behind because the whole week will have gone by. It's okay. So I'm going to have to make sure that I read at least 100 pages a day to try to catch up. That means I'm going to have to go to bed fairly early and not watch movies or anything. Oh, talking about movies, on Netflix you can download some episodes so that when you're somewhere where there's no connection, you can still watch movies. So before we left, I had downloaded the newest episode of The 100. So I watched that. And when I would, lay down for the night. So I watched that, and then what else did I watch? I watched a movie. What was the movie that I watched? Maybe I didn't. I started watching Shadowhunters. There's 3 episodes. It got canceled, so everything is there now. I think it has 3 seasons. I can kind of see why it got canceled. Oh, I think they could have picked some better actors to suit the characters. Like, when I look at the characters, I'm like, that's not what I imagined Magnus to look like. And that's not what I imagined Alec to look like. And Clary, and, So, and Jace. Oh, no. The only one that does look the way I imagined him is Alec. Jace, totally not. Simon, maybe a little bit more than Magnus. I think Magnus is the one I was like, no, totally not what I imagined. Him and Jace. And Izzy, no, that's not what I imagined Izzy to look like at all. So anyway, I think I've watched the first 3 episodes. So I watched 3 episodes of that. And what else? but I'm enjoying it. I'm going to watch the whole thing because I love the story. I've read all of the City of Bones, all the 6 books in that, Clockwork Angel series, or no, that's not what it's called. But the one with Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, and Clockwork Princess, I've read all that. I've read the Dark Artifices series, and I'm definitely going to read the Something Hour that's coming out, I think in December or January. I have it on my Amazon wish list, and what I do is every day, literally every day, I go on my Amazon wish list and check to see if anything is on sale. And if a book is on sale, then I order it. But I don't pay full price for them. I wait. Like right now, that book there is like over $30 or $29 something. I'm like, no. So a lot of times it'll go down to like $22 or $20. So I'll wait till it goes down to that price, and then it won't go beyond that, I don't think, because it's a pretty, it's probably an 800 page book, because usually Cassandra Clare's books are pretty hefty. It got delayed. I think it's January because she had to have surgery. Yeah, that's what it is. But I'm keeping an eye on all those books. The new one from Sarah J. Maas. Definitely want that one. So, yay. I'm really getting into the adult contemporary lately. I find they're fast reads, so that's why I'm liking them. It's because it's not like a fantasy world where you have to, like really pay attention because you're going to miss something. You can just fly through them. Okay, so the next one is the plus sign, which is $7.99. Awesome, same little container. So while going back to our camping, while we were camping, I did a little bit of a little vlog. I did really well the first day. I was like, oh yeah. And then I kind of forgot about it because I'm not used to it, right? But it might be 10 minutes, so I might upload it. It's basically pretty much just the first day. And then a few of Mason in the pool on the bouncy castle. So a few of that kind of stuff. I think I'm gonna put it up so I can do a little bit more of the pluses because I hate taking out a color and just do like 6. So we will do a little bit more. So yeah, I might try to edit that and put it up. It's a little awkward because I'm not, I think there's only about 30 seconds that I'm actually facing the camera. But I might upload it just so I get used to to that. Okay. Yeah, we've been having a weird summer. I don't think there's a day that hasn't rained. It's so disheartening, but it is what it is. Like at least once a day we get like a downpour. Like even when we were away, like every day it would just pour so hard. Oh, a couple things that I forgot to mention that they have at the campground is they have a hayride every night. And every day they have a fire truck ride. So a lot of stuff for kids, like a lot of stuff. And because there's so many things for kids, it's mainly like a campground filled with families, right? A lot of kids, parents with their kids. So Mason Love that. There was a couple that was 2 campsites away from us that had a kid Mason's age, so they got along really well and played together and stuff, so that was kind of neat. He spent so much time. I think the place that he spent the most time in was the pool, and he wanted to learn how to swim underwater. That was his goal, and he did it. He was swimming by the end of the 4 days. So that was kind of fun. Yeah. So now he'll have to come here and practice in our blow-up pool. We don't have a big pool, but it's enough for them to get in there and have some fun. So, and then on Saturday, we went to a market in the neighboring city, which we just want to see. We want to go have breakfast there, but it didn't really have food. It was more like craft stuff, so we just walked around and then we went to Tim's for breakfast. And if you're not from Canada, Tim Hortons is like a coffee place. And we had like breakfast sandwiches and coffee and orange juice, and then we went back to the campground. But it was kind of neat because they had handmade soaps and stuff, so I was looking at that, and because I love making handmade soaps. There. So now I'm doing, it's the equal signs. Sorry, I forgot to mention it. And that is 519. And it's, oh, look at that. We have a rogue. And that's like a baby blue. It's a pretty blue. So we'll get that in there. Oh, we got quite a bit done in half an hour. So I think next we're gonna do probably 310 and try to get that done. Okay, so the equal sign you can't see anymore. So I'll put that away, and then I'll take out the 310s. And that is a big container. There's a few here too that I haven't finished. I found a few at the very top. I'm like, what? I didn't do that? I'm gonna have to get those done. I don't like stuff half done. Go. Oh, and another thing that I really enjoyed, they had, that was extra. You had to pay for it, but it was like mining. So one thing they have like, it was like a building, excuse me. It's like a building that they had outside, and they go in and hide like different rocks and stuff. And you have to go in there with a hard hat and with a light, and you go digging. He did that. Well, he loved that. And then they had an outdoor mining thing. And my husband said they were there for an hour because he would not, like the littlest things. He had to look through the sand like, well, for over an hour. He had a blast. So it was totally worth their $10 because it kept him entertained for an hour. Absolutely loved it. And then the shooting range, he must have gone there, oh, I don't know how many times. And that's free. They just keep refilling your bucket. As soon as you're done, they refill your bucket and they refill your bucket. So totally, we got our money's worth with him enjoying everything that was there. And I totally enjoyed my downtime. I did quite a bit of diamond painting, even though I might have like 2 or 3 hours, maybe altogether, maybe a little bit more. And then I did a ton of reading. Oh, and the first night we got there, I was, getting the beds ready and all that stuff. And so they went off and they went on the bouncy castles. Well, my husband went on one. It's big, so even adults can go on it. It's called a pillow. Well, I don't know if he broke his ankle or not, but oh my Lanta, it is the size of Texas. Like, it is huge. And it's purple, so I'm thinking he probably broke his ankle the first night we were there. So then he hobbled for the rest of the weekend. So I'm like, great, now we can't go walking the rest of the summer because you were being a big kid. So I guess treadmill it is for me. So today, as soon as I'm done my videos for today and tomorrow, I'm gonna go on the treadmill. Okay, just stopped and started the video because it's much easier to upload it in 30-minute increments. And it was at 32 minutes. So yeah, I'll need to go on the treadmill now every day, which I had started to do anyway, but I figured I would do about 40 minutes, 45 minutes on the treadmill. And then if we go walking for half an hour, 45 minutes every night, then it's like, an hour and a half of exercise every day. So maybe I'll finally, shed some pounds, because for some reason this summer it is not working. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit more exercise, I think, and keep doing keto. We didn't do keto during our camping. It was just, it was too much. I was like, no, I don't feel like having to do that while we're camping. So we just ate, hot dogs, hamburgers, easy meals. The only one that took me a bit of time, we did tinfoil dinners. Oh, those are our favorites. And on keto, it's a big no-no because it is potatoes, carrots, and onions, and mushrooms, and I put yellow wax beans, and hamburger. You cook your hamburger ahead, and then you mix some cream of mushroom soup with some milk, salt and pepper, butter, some are savory, and you cook it on the barbecue. We call it the 20-20-10-10 because you cook it 20 minutes, flip it 20 minutes, and 10 minutes and 10 minutes. Although this time it was ready way before that, so I think it was ready at the 50-minute. So that was good. That was delish. And we knew we're not going to have a lot of that this summer, so we enjoyed it. Oh, this one fell. We'll put it where it belongs. I need to focus on one area and finish it. I'm always like all over the place. And then when I turn off the camera, I'm like, oh, I missed that because I moved on to somewhere else, and I need to I need to finish a certain area. So we came home yesterday, and if you listen to my last WIP and chat, we had gone, camping, and we had climbed Mount Carlton. Oh, and probably Mount Katahdin is off the books now because my husband more than likely broke his ankle. I don't know if he's going to go to the hospital today or not. So if you remember, we had the whole bearing on the trailer went, and we ended up being on the side of the road for 5 hours while we fixed it and all this stuff. So anyway, we went there, no issue. We just got there, no problem. Yesterday, we start leaving. We left the campground at about 11:30. The same exit as the campground is gas station. So we went and, fueled up, got ice for our cooler because we still had some food left over. And then we went and got breakfast and we left. So we just leaving. I'm like, oh, okay, 11:58. So basically noon, and we're on our way. We just get on the highway and it goes, bugga, 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 like the loudest noise. And we're like, no. So we pull over, we figure we have a flat tire. We go all around the tent trailer, vehicle, nothing. So we're like, okay, what the heck was that? So we start off again really slow. It doesn't do it again. So we take off. About 20 minutes later, bang, a bang, a bang again. And we're like, oh my goodness, what is going on? So we pull over again. My husband checks all the nuts on the tires because he's like, do we have a tire loose? What's going on? Nothing. So, I wish I could say that we figured out what was doing that, but we have no idea. And we took off again, and it didn't do it again. So I know our muffler, there's something wrong with our muffler right now. So I don't know if it was the muffler banging. We have no idea. That's the only thing that makes sense to us, is that it's the muffler, maybe. Oh, I didn't pick up anything. But we were like, oh my goodness, we just want to get home. We don't want to have issues and be on the side of the road or have to pull on at an emergency turnaround. We don't want that. We just want to go home. And this is our last summer with our truck. I refuse to have 2 car payments, and we still have August, September, October, November, December, January, 7 months. 7 or 8 months left on our car to pay. And I'm like, nope, we gotta finish that off. And I think we're not gonna buy a vehicle in the winter. We're just gonna wait maybe at the end of June, just in time to go on vacation. We'll get our new vehicle. So we're like, okay, come on, Mr. SUV. I always talk to it. You haven't let me down yet. So we want to have it for basically another year. So I'm like, which we don't use it as much because I'm down to part-time. So we don't have to use it as much. Although this summer my son is working too, but he's only working 3 days a week right now. Although this week he's working 4. But still, we shouldn't have to use the truck too often. So hopefully it lasts us the year. And then next year we'll get a new vehicle. don't want to get one in the winter because, you know, you don't get really good pictures of getting a new vehicle. But not just that. I said to my husband, let's not get a vehicle right away. And then we can take the payments that we were gonna put on that, and then pay some other stuff off, because we got him lawnmower this summer, and we got it a year no payments. So that's what we plan to do, is take that and pay that. I think that's my favorite way to get stuff, is a year no payment. It works well if you actually do it, right? Because if you don't pay it off within the year, then it's like, whew, crazy interest. So we're definitely gonna pay that off before it's due. Yay. I like to do a little bit of the 310s every time I do the painting, because man, Mandy Manzano's artwork has a lot of black in it. I mean, and that's why I think I love her artwork so much, because it has such nice defined lines. I really like that. I really like the definitions. Oh, funny story that happened on our camping trip. Like I said, Mason was in the pool a lot of the time. But when he would get out, he'd be like, oh, I gotta pee right now. And twice he didn't make it to the bathroom. Twice he peed his pants. And he thought that was hilarious. He, yesterday, just before we left, his mom called and she talked to him, and he was like, guess what? I peed my pants twice. He goes, I couldn't hold it. I just couldn't hold it, Mom. And so she thought that was hilarious. Then he had a tooth loose, and he was eating some chips, and all of a sudden he's like, Pappy, is my tooth gone? And it was like, yeah. Anyway, he had lost his tooth and he had swallowed it. Well, he was upset. Like, he cried and cried and cried and cried. It was quite funny. And stuff like that, I can't help it. I just laugh, and he doesn't think it's funny at all. And he was like, Mammy, it's not funny. And I'm like, I know, but buddy, I can't help it. So after a while, he laughed too. But I said, don't worry, you have a mouthful left of teeth. Just write a note to the tooth fairy and say, I swallowed my tooth. Poor kid. There, yay. So I did quite a bit of the black. I can't tell if I'm in the thing right there. I think I am, so just gonna do that little bit there, because it's gonna feel like it's gonna finish this little section right here. Yay. Yeah, I'm really impressed with how much I got done today. Usually I don't get this much done, I don't think, in 1 hour. There, it's okay. Let's do L. What is L? 823. Okay. Oops. So I still haven't finished any diamond painting. Ugh. So 823 is like a navy blue. I'm almost done the Harry Potter one. I did work on it. I have maybe 10 minutes left. So I gotta get that done. So I'll have that one done. And then I'm 2/3 done. 2/3 done the flamingo one. I should have that done within a couple of weeks. And then my goddess, Egyptian goddess, I'm almost halfway done that one, but I haven't worked on it in like forever. So ever since I started doing a video a day, I haven't worked on it because I've been working on getting videos ready and uploaded. That doesn't go there. Okay. Yay. So the L's are done, I think. Let's see. Equal signs, I could have done those. Oh, there's a little one lonely L right there, probably out of camera, but I'm just gonna get it. Straightening out some of the diamonds. I find, for me, and I think it's totally a preference because some people really prefer rounds, some people prefer squares. For me, definitely squares. I find the rounds are so hard to line up. And even when, you kind of finish them off, all around it, it's still difficult to line up. 2 is 154. So let's get that. There's a little bit of 2 here. There's a lot of 2 down here, but it's not in the viewfinder, so it's only a little bit I'll get done. And then I'll finish that off another time. So I could have done those E's right there. Oh well. Okay, so let's do these 2s. So this one here probably has, probably another 10 hours at least. Holy cannoli. Yeah, that makes sense, about 25 hours. When you think about it, like this, I think was $52.95 or $59.95, so $60. But it's about 25 to 30 hours of sort of entertainment. So that's not too bad when you put it that way. And then at the end of it, you have something to put on your wall. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna get the 2s done over here. There's a couple off camera, but they're like little lonely number 2s, so I want to get them done. So that the upper part will be done. Okay, I'm wondering if I should put more wax in my pen, because the 3, oh, it picked it up. I was going to say the 3 holder, not holder, this thing. I can't think of the word right now. The 3 diamond tip wasn't picking up any diamonds, but it's picking up again. Gonna try and get quite a bit done because I'm already at 18 minutes like the second time, so I got 12 minutes left for an hour, and then I'm going to stop. So hopefully I can finish the 2s and maybe do this, and then it'll be done to there. That'll be cool. So maybe I won't finish all the 2s. Actually, yeah, it won't be an issue because all I have left is right there. That's in the viewfinder. No problemo. There. So today is a gorgeous day. So that's another thing. I want to get all my stuff done. Have laundry to do because we were away for the weekend. So laundry to do. I got dishes to do right after this. Another video, upload to YouTube. And then a couple more things I'd like to get done. And then this afternoon, I'm gonna go sit outside in the sun, get my vitamin D. And everything's falling out. And read. I wanna read. I'd like to read at least an hour outside today. And Mason has soccer tonight, but I don't know if I'll be able to go because I don't have a vehicle. Because my son is working 5:50. So it depends if my husband has time to come and get me. Okay. 550, DMC 550 is like a purple. Gorgeous, it matches my pen. Nice. Yay. So this is going to finish this section right here. That's another thing I gotta work on, is to make some pens. They're so fun to make. I gotta take out my agenda too and make a list of things I gotta do, because there's nothing more satisfying than check, done, right? It's my favorite thing, I think, is being able to check things off. Like I will literally write something down that I've already done just so I can check it off. It's so motivating. So for example, I didn't write to do this video yet because I forgot to take this out this morning and do it. So when I take it out, I'm going to be like, okay, video, WIP and chat. I'll write it down and put check mark, done. And it's good too, because when I look back, I can see, oh, I got this done. It kind of gives me an idea. Okay, I had to pause because my son got out of his room. It kind of gives me an idea of how much stuff I can actually get done too, which is always useful, right? It's like data. Okay, well, this is pretty cool. I think I didn't do these and it's bugging me, so I'm gonna do those. And then it's pretty much an hour, so I think I'm gonna stop for today and move on to the next thing I gotta get done. My next video, the one that's actually for today, which is going to be, I'm gonna do a scrap and chat. So if you watch both, you'll probably hear the same stories, because not everyone that watches my diamond painting watches my scrapbooking, so I figure I'd be safe to kind of say the same stories, or pretty much the same stories. Okay. I'm gonna finish it off here. We got quite a bit done. It's looking good. I should have done maybe a little bit of the black here and finished that off, but it's okay. We got all this done. So that's it. That's gonna complete this WIP and chat. And I wanna thank you so much for watching. Bye.